Hello, my name is Bill Vandervoort, and I'm going to take you through this introduction to the Garmin 72H GPS. In this course, we'll be looking at the basic features of the GPS. It has a long list of really cool features that you can use when navigating, but for markset activities on the water, there are just a few things that we'll be using, and we'll go over what you really need to know on how to use this GPS. So the features that we'll look at are going to be the keypad, display pages, and the main menu. This is the keypad. You can see there are 8 smaller buttons and 1 larger button in the center. Out of all these buttons on the keypad, you will not be using the zoom in and zoom out buttons because they serve no purpose for the functions that we're going to be using out in the GPS. This is a photo of what it actually looks like. Now let's get started. To power up the GPS, press and hold the power button, which is the button that has the red illuminated bulb, to turn it on. Now, if you're outside, the GPS will begin immediately locking onto satellites, as you can see here in this graphic. But if you're inside taking a class, you're not going to get any satellite reception. So we're going to go ahead and start simulation mode so we can work with the GPS. To do that, press the menu button once, and you'll see this short menu. It'll already be on Start Simulator. So to start simulation mode, press the Enter button once. And you can see here, it says simulating GPS. And so now it's basically giving you some fake satellites to work with. Now let's take a look at the main menu. Press the menu button twice, and this is what you'll see. Now on this screen, there'll be a list of different features that you'll have on the main menu. Trip computer, tracks, points, and so on. As you can see, the only one that you will be using on this list will be points. There's no other reason to go to any of the other sections of the main menu for what we have to do for a mark set. At the bottom of the screen, you can see in the lower left-hand corner is light. As you can see, mine looks like the light bulb is on. That's because it was when I was taking these photos. It just gave me better contrast to have the screen backlit. If the light is not on, that little bulb there will be dark. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see there's a simulated battery, and you can see that I have half of my battery power remaining. This is one thing that you want to do before going out on the water, is to take a look at what the battery situation is in your GPS. You always want to go out with full batteries. And this is another view out of the manual of the main menu. Here it is again. Now we're going to look at pages. Now there are 5 pages on the GPS. And if you push the page button repeatedly, it'll just loop you around to these 5 pages. If you press the quit button repeatedly, it will loop you through the pages going in a counterclockwise direction. Now, for markset activities, we only use 2 screens. The map page, active route page, and highway page are not used. These are the only 2 pages that we use when we're out doing markset activities. So now we're going to talk about what you really need to do. And as you can see, it revolves around waypoints totally. So how to find waypoints? Press the menu button twice to get onto the main menu. Here we are again. Now use the rocker button down until you're on the points field. There we go. Press the Enter button once, and the waypoints by name screen will appear. Now, press the Enter button once to get onto the list. Now, once you're onto the list, you can use the rocker button to go up or down to find the desired point. In this case, I wanted to find the Farallones. So now that I'm here, I press the Enter button once, and it calls up the waypoint page. You can see at the top it's Farallones, and then you can see the location, latitude, longitude, and certain selections at the bottom. If we do not want to go to this waypoint, move the cursor to the OK button. As you can see, it's already there. Press Enter once to return to the Waypoints by Name screen, and that takes us back. However, if you do want to go to this waypoint, press Enter once to go back to the waypoint screen. Then move cursor to the Go To button and press Enter once, and you'll return to the page you started from. How to set a waypoint. Now, this would normally be done if you're going to ping the signal boat. And most of the markset boats that are on the water will ping the signal boat because everything is relative to the signal boat. Whether you're a windward markset boat, a leeward markset boat, or gates, start, finish pins, everybody will have the signal boat as a waypoint. So press, okay, we get into the desired position. And what this means is get right up next to the signal boat. You don't have to be bouncing off of it, but just get close. Press and hold the Enter button. That one there. And the Mark Waypoint screen will appear. And you'll be issued a number. You can see here that the waypoint that we just set is number 129, and you can see it gives us our location. Okay, if we do not want to go to this waypoint, move the cursor to the OK button and press Enter once. If you do want to go to this waypoint, press Enter once to return to the waypoint screen. Move the cursor to the Go To button on the screen and press Enter button once. It will return to the page you started from. Now, what you should do then is to page around to the compass page and confirm that your waypoint is shown in the center field. Here you can see that waypoint 129 is indeed what we're going to. How to edit a waypoint. Press the Enter button twice again to get onto the main menu. There we are. Rocker button down until you're on the points field. You can see there's a familiar path here. Press the button, Enter button once, and the waypoints by name screen will be displayed. And here we can see that 129 is there from before. Press the Enter button once to get onto the list, just like we did before. Use the rocker button to go up or down to find the desired point. Here we're going to go back to the Farallons. Press the Enter button once, and we get the waypoint screen again. To edit the latitude and longitude, now this is what you would do is if you pinged the signal boat and you went up to the windward end of the course and there were some course adjustments and the signal boat moved, you would want to get their new latitude and longitude. So you would give them a call on the radio or find them on the AIS and get the new latitude and longitude. And now we're going to edit this waypoint. So moving up with the rocker button to the location field, press the Enter button once to get into the location field. Now with the rocker button, you can go right to the digit you wish to change. Here you can see that I've moved to the 4. With the rocker button again, go up or down to get the value desired. To get to the longitude fields, keep moving the cursor to the right, past the latitude data into the longitude fields, and make your edits as I just described. When the latitude, longitude edits are complete, push Enter once. That backs you out of edit mode, and confirm that your edits are correct. Now, if you want to edit the name of the waypoint, move the cursor up to the waypoint symbol and then right into the name field. You can see we're into the name field and it's highlighted. Press Enter once. Now you can see that we are on the first character. This will allow us to do some editing. Make your edits as described before for the longitude, latitude. When complete, press Enter once. You back out of Enter or the edit mode. And if you do not want to go to this waypoint, cursor down to the OK button, press Enter once, and you'll return to the waypoints by name screen. If you do want to go to this waypoint, press Enter once to return to the waypoint screen. Move the cursor to the Go To button as illustrated here, press enter once, and you will return to the page you started from. Now you can see that we're going to the Farallones. How to go to a waypoint. On the keypad, press the Go To MOB button once briefly. Okay, now here I'm going to explain what the MOB is. As I just mentioned, press the Go To MOB button briefly. If you press and hold the MOB button, this is man overboard, and this sets a waypoint and makes it go to automatically. So that's man overboard. But now we're just going to select a waypoint to go to. So here's the Go To screen, and you can see that the point that's highlighted there is the one that is currently in the Go To register, if you want to call it that. And then you can select waypoint or stop navigation. So we want to select a different waypoint. So with the rocker button, go down to waypoint. And now you're going to press enter once, and the waypoints by name screen will appear. Press the enter button again to get on the list. And with the rocker button, find your desired point. Now we're going to go to Blossom Rock. Press the enter button once, and you will return to the screen you started from. And now you can see we're referencing Blossom Rock, and that's our go-to waypoint.